evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. How are you beautiful people doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's go live. Let's go live. Good evening and welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. How are you beautiful people doing? All right, let's see. It is public. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is H. Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me, let me turn. Call me Luca Boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. How are you people doing tonight? I know people are starting to come in. People are not in yet. So as they start to come in, I'm going to play a little music that I love. Let me see if I can find the song. If I can't find it, I might have to, let's see if I can find the song. There it is. I might play a little of this one. You know, I love this one. You guys don't know about this one though. I don't think you guys know about this one. I'm gonna play a little of it for you guys. There you go. There is a mighty, mighty God out there. Mighty God out there. When I look around me, woo! The evidence is so very, very clear. So when my hands lifted up and my mouth filled with praise, listen, man, there's a mighty, mighty God up there. I'm not ashamed to give him the honor, the glory, and the praise. There is a mighty, mighty God out there. How are you people doing? People are starting to come in. Let's see who's in so far. So I can give a quick shout out. June Bardui, mighty, mighty. You know, today we had 55 degrees down here. It's been so cold, but right now I'm enjoying the good weather, enjoying the good weather. How are you doing? I hope others are doing well. I want to say good evening to Peach Goodwill. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know you're tired, man, working so hard, you know, but the good Lord got you. So good. For you guys again, that intro. There it goes. Mighty God up there. When I look around me, the evidence is so very, very clear. So when my hands lifted up and my mouth filled of you, I know it goes in and out, but guess what? My prayer is that, everything is going to go good between today and Thursday, and by next week, because I just looked at something I did for a client. It looks like everything's going fine, and hopefully it'll be there tomorrow. Cut off a new laptop so you won't see all that crap that happens there, in and out and all that stuff. Until then, you got to bear with me. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And some people call me Little Boy. But if you're from the 7-6 South of Dominica, what do you call me? Luka boy. That's right. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. I have some good news for you. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let's play our theme song as we start the show, and then we can go from there. Let's see. I just got something from one of my colleagues. I'm planning something, but let's play our theme song, and we will go from there. All right. Come, family. Just your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? To be your word. You as you are, you won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the help that I can provide. You don't have to be rich some way to be on my show. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have $1 million to be on my show. But I'm really excited about what's happening with Tuesdays with Terrence. I got to tell you guys that next, let me look at it. Next, let's take a look. Next Tuesday, I know it's going in and out, but that problem is almost fixed. The Lord's blessing me, and we'll take care of that. Next Tuesday's date is what? Anybody knows? February 4th. On February 4th, 5 years ago, there were some people like Peach Goodwill, who's on tonight, who was watching my show. Good evening, Miss Matthew. So next week is 5 years of Tuesdays with Terrence. It's going to be a special show. I'm going to have a lot of people that I respect come on. When I say respect, it's not that I don't respect you all, I do. But people that I have high esteem for in my business, they're going to come and give a little charge next week. It's going to be a little different because we're a different kind of show next week. It's going to be a celebration. And what I'm going to try to do is to do a little giveaway as well. And I know in the past I've promised giveaways and I didn't get to all of them, but this time it's 5 years. I'm really, really excited. There are some people who are watching tonight who came on Tuesdays with Terrence, who became my clients. Peach Goodwill is one of them. There's some others watching who became my clients. I won't call their names. I know the computer's going in and out, but we'll fix that. What you all need to do is pray tonight that everything goes good between tonight, tomorrow, and before Thursday, before 4 o'clock, before 3 o'clock. And then, we'll be fine for next week. But I am really, really excited. Good evening, Mr. Alvin Varsha. How you doing? Yeah. Alvin has been one of the people who've been watching Tuesdays with who've been very instrumental with Tuesdays with Terrence. One's definitely my wife. So the lyrics that you hear on You Don't Have to Be a Star to Be on my show, my sister's singing that. She's one of the people who I'm going to try to get on the show as well. But Sandy and I, we basically one of them is I used to call her name years ago, Deborah Underwood Pascal. She was one of the impetus for this Tuesdays with Terrence thing, and over the years she supported me on that. So I am so excited about what's going to happen next week. So for those of you, I don't care what you're doing next Tuesday. Now, not everybody has my best interest at heart. Not everybody want to see me succeed. Even those who come and watch the show. I've had haters. I've had people who petty, liars. But I don't concentrate on those. I've only concentrated on those who want to see show. That's something that I earned, my American Classic Agency ring, which is basically it's a VIP ring. And that ring, actually, I earned that during, my first year of Tuesdays with Terrence. During the pandemic, we were going through some crazy stuff. Good evening, Robin, Martin. And, a lot of you have my best interest at heart. So I only care about those who have my best interest. Some of you have helped, and then you've changed your mind down the road. You've gone to other people. That doesn't even bother me, because what I do know is everything that I've educated you on is legit. It's the truth, and it's for your benefit. Now, there are some people like Beth Amato. Good evening. From Tuesdays with Terrence as well, down there in Palm Coast, Florida. And she is an excellent, I have to reschedule an appointment with you for your son as well. Her husband, they've been big supporters of mine. She's done everything that I've told her to do. So very proud of that. So next week, folks, honest to goodness. So tonight, what you got to do, you got to pray. So if everything, I checked something today for one of my clients. If I can do it the following week, I can still do it the following week. But we'll have a little giveaway. It might be a gift card. It may be a little Zelle or a little Cash App or a little gift, a little something for watching. We don't know what it may be, but we'll talk about that next week. All right. I want to say good evening to Venus, the ABR Queen. Added stuff similar to this, and it didn't last. They didn't persevere. There are some times I did Tuesdays with Terrence, probably had one person watching. Sometimes I felt like nobody was watching when I first started. And there was a lot of people who were watching because I don't know if they really were supporting me or they were trying to see what they could get or not get. But for all of them, I've been grateful. Some of you are very inspirational like I said, like today, I got a great text for my business partner um, watching right now. It's good. Well, I'll tell you what it actually said. It says, discipline leads to habits. Habits lead to consistency, and consistency leads to growth. And I've grown exponentially since I started this on my at my career over the years. Tuesdays with Terrence, I've gotten clients I've never met. The only time I met them is after I created something for them and I went to deliver it. And there are some people that are very instrumental in my well-being. There are people who've been praying for me. There's people who had my best interests at heart. And for all those who've come on board my show, many of you have come on board, like Venus the ABR Queen and some others have come on. I want to thank you all for coming to. I know that sometimes, sometimes you feel like the message is not getting through. There are so many people who've given me great inspiration via text, via messenger, via WhatsApp, personal text, uh, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, um, Instagram. There are some people I've even deleted and blocked because they were like trifling, and even for 2025, I'm not dealing with any trifling, any of that trifling folks. Nah, those people are in my past. And this year, for those of you who don't know, I started the year off on a 21-day prayer and fast. I was sick. I lost some weight, but some of you may think that I don't call or text as much anymore, and it's not because I don't. Um, uh, I've cut down on the frivolous texting, some of the foolish stuff, concentrating more on my business, making sure that I'm helping people. I want to say good evening to Mr. Troy Holt. Man, you all had snow a couple weeks ago, or last week was it in Pensacola, Florida. Troy Holt is going to be one of the people next week who will be coming on. 10 to 15 or more people coming on next week. There might be more. I've sent out an invitation to a bunch of people. Some have confirmed already. Looking forward to that. But I just want you all to know the reason why I do this is because I care. There are some people, it took them years before they became my client. And I applaud them because sometimes people are not ready. Sometimes people have to believe. They said I provided good content. And that to me is important. Now, folks, some of you, good evening, Isabel Joseph Cabon. Good evening. Some of you don't even understand the importance of consistency. You see, what happens when you are consistent, it means, great book. That book's probably 20, 25 years old. Great book for those of you to read. And are you living a purpose-driven life? You know, um, I give all the honor, the praise to God, for all, He's endowed me mentally, spiritually, psychologically, professionally, to impart knowledge to people. If you notice, you've seen some people on social media this week, they're selling houses. Next week, they're selling cars. Next week, they're selling pies. Next week, they're doing this. And nothing is wrong with those people. Every entrepreneur and everybody's hustles, I give them a applause. But I tell my clients, this is all I do. I don't know how to do it. I don't sell Avon or Mary Kay, and nothing's wrong with that. I don't sell houses, ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't fry chicken on the side. I don't bake pies, and nothing's wrong with that. I don't crochet, and nothing is wrong with any of those things. But I've been consistent in my message of income protection, debt elimination, and legacy creation. I have clients right now who've accumulated enough cash to pay off a home if they wanted to, but they're not going to do that because their interest rate is so low and their rent at that property pays their mortgage with an excess, and that excess they're dumping that into their private bank so that when they retire, this person's about 63 years old, I believe, this year. I'm 60. I think they'll be 63 in March. And this individual, 2 years ago, they bought a house. 3 years ago, they bought a house, a 30-year mortgage. Well, guess what? They'll be out of debt. The guy at 59, they'll be out of debt before they're 70. So if you're 59, 69, 79, 99, for 30 years, they'll be 99 years old when they get out of their mortgage. But this individual has taken my advice and have done what they're supposed to do. I want to make it very clear, on February 11th, we have a Get Out of Debt seminar. And for those of you, I'm going to put it on my page. I have some clients that I'm going to register for that as well. Some of you who are watching already have that program. So I'm going to put that, I'll post it on my page probably tomorrow, so that some of you can take advantage of an infinite banking concept to protect what you have and pay yourself. A lot of you have worked hard all these years. You had a 401k, a 457, a 43B, a thrift savings plan. But guess what? All of those things were tax infested. And I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying to you guys is today, like today I had an appointment with a young man, very proud of him. He's 25 years old. Excuse me, he's an engineer. And we were talking about getting out of debt, but we had to table the appointment for tomorrow. But I'm so impressed with this young man. Even though he has debt at 25 and, he's single and he's a go-getter, I could see him being a big-time tech guy down the road. I could see that. And I hope that happens for him as well. Now, hold on a moment. I want to get something right here. My sinuses are killing me here. I just want to tell you guys, next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 2, what I was doing, I was using my phone to do Tuesdays with Terrence. Now I'm streaming on multiple platforms. My business Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, my LinkedIn page, my YouTube page, my X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and it's really important that you guys understand the value every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. They tune into my show. Some of these people have to go to work early, like Robin Martin, not to call her out, Pete Goodwill, not to call her out, got to go to work really early, but they still watch my show. And I'm grateful. And there's some who don't watch it. They may catch it on the replay. There are some who but I know what? I know this. I know that I've protected families. I've protected individuals. I've solidified homes. Some people have thanked me for the financial advice I've given. Some people look at me, I'm like this financial guru, which I'm not. I'm just someone who has a license to impart knowledge of your financial situation, just in case if you don't make it home tonight. I'll sing it. That's like Jaheim, right? Just in case, right? So it's really, really important, folks, that you understand that. There are some people, there's someone who texted me last week. 5 years ago, they told me that they're going to do something with me, and they're ready now. So we're in the process of exploring what we're going to do for them. Happens before its time, and Rome wasn't built in a day. So tonight, if you look at on my banner that's scrolling, it says, let's go. Are you ready to go in 2025? Are you aware in 2 days, tomorrow's the 29th, 3 days, it'll be a new month? What goals have you set for yourself financially? What goals have you set for yourself professionally? What goals have you set for yourself health-wise? What goals have you set for yourself spiritually? I can tell you right now, my spiritual goals, I am knocking them. Whenever I go to a store and you tell me to self-checkout, I'm getting the employee discount because I don't work here, but you're making me work here, but I got to pay the regular price. But as of January 1st of this year, I'm not taking the employee discount when I self-checkout. Yesterday, I was out of Whole Foods for lunch, and I got me some soup, excuse me, 2 slices of some vegan pizza. The pizza had no cheese on it. It's just vegetables, sauce, bread. Then I got some beans, some tofu, some other stuff, some onions and some green peppers and red peppers, and a drink and something else. And back, is it worth it? Trying to get an employee discount when you're not an employee because you're self-checking out. So on the spiritual tip, I'm way ahead of the curve. The financial tip, there's some things I'm still trying to do. I got to get my credit up higher. It's like a -2, but I know what I need to do. Cut down my utilization, cut down on, overspending. I know what to do to fix it. So I've given myself 6 months to get it to where it needs to be. All right. And I'm going to do that. Starting this month, I was checking it. One of them went up 27 points. So I'm like, yeah. So if every month I can go up 27 points or more, I can be in a position to do better. Because remember, people don't understand buying a car, a home, even life insurance and stuff like that. Your credit can affect that, and other things as well, even jobs. Some of you aren't even aware for your job, they may check your credit as well to see if you can. Those are the things I want to see people in 2025 taking care of. Good evening, Miss Elizabeth Bardui, my cousin in Brooklyn. How are you? Beautiful young lady. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. So tonight, what goals have you set for 2025? talking to one of my business partners the other day, and I was telling them, now that you've gotten just a raise at work, even though you're working harder, make sure you pay yourself more. Make sure you do more. Put more into your infinite banking concept. If you have to get another one, even using your kid or whomever, do it. Protect you. Because ain't nobody going to take care of you but you. We're supposed to go down in milk. I'm a vegan. I don't eat eggs and milk. Did eggs and milk go down? I don't even know. Anybody put it in the chat. How much is a gallon of milk? I don't even know. How much is a dozen eggs? I don't even know because I don't eat that stuff. I haven't eaten that stuff I haven't eaten eggs in over a decade. Eggs and milk, I haven't drank that in over a decade. Meats, I gave that up back in 1986. Some of you weren't even born yet, if you're young. You know what I mean? Next year will be 40 years of that. So as the price of eggs and milk gone down yet, regardless of what it is, you got to take care of you. You gotta pay yourself, man. This year, I'm gonna pay myself more. Time. Hey, I applaud you. It's healthier for you. That's what I believe. Now, I'm not here to preach and tell anybody what to do. I'm not a doctor, but I know it's a lifestyle that I enjoy. Food is not my vice. Chicken, oxtails, Morton tastes like. We had chickens in the yard. I know what fresh chicken tastes like. I know what fish used to go fishing. I know what it tastes like. It tastes good too, but it's not my vice. My palate, that's not my vice. But what I'm saying to you guys, in 2025, you want a healthier you. You make sure you have a healthier you. I don't care what it is that you do. Now, consult with your doctor now. I'm not telling you guys, I'm not giving any medical advice. I give financial advice. I have a license for that. I ain't got a license for nutrition or medical. That's not my call. But I believe it's a healthier lifestyle for me. You guys can see a little gray. If I shave those things off and I shave my head bald, I don't look 60 years old. People tell me that all the time. I was in a store the other day and I was totally shaved, whatever. And the lady, for something I was doing, not cigarettes. I don't drink that. Not alcohol. I don't drink that either. But I had to, and she thought I was younger. I was like, no, I'm a senior citizen. That word sounds funny. I'm a senior citizen. I want my discount. I ain't too proud to ask for my discount. I want my senior discount. Isabel Joseph Camon says, I don't eat egg for a year. And milk, I only drink almond milk. Bravo. I love almond milk myself. I love almond milk. I'm telling you guys, people say to me, well, in the Bible, Jesus ate fish. Yeah, he did. I never tell you all not to eat it. I said, for me, that's a lifestyle that I chose. And I also said that before the flood, nobody ate those things. Be wrong. You can't tell me being from the islands. I don't know what. I'm going to talk to the Dominicans. What Hamasaw, Lamoui, Beth, Mouton, Poisson. I know what all those things taste like. Fish, goat, sheep, chicken. I know what those things taste like. It tastes good. And if vegans could eat fish one? Say, yeah, I probably would. It's not a sin to eat that stuff, you know, you know, but just eat healthier, walk, exercise more, do those things, And the reason why I keep telling people that is so that, do you know, there's someone I know who wanted to do a plan with me, and I couldn't show them. It hurt me, and some things, they say is hereditary, eh? But there are certain things we can do. If we're overweight, and I'm not picking on anyone, okay? Some of us are thick boned, they say, right? If you don't like your weight, do something about it. Cut down. Eat foods, exercise, change. If you like your size, if you like being thick, I'm not here to tell you what to do, excuse me, or what not to do. No, but if you don't like it, do something about it. Don't. And people who are my friends will tell you, I never ostracize people who eat meats or fish. I don't tell people, oh, you should. No, I'm just telling you what I do. What I do is good for me, and I think it could be good for you. But it's not a sin and it's not wrong to eat those things. But if every meal that you eat has red meat in it, folks, that thing takes forever to digest. Yes. And some people eat that stuff late. Now that's something I gotta start doing. But eat healthier, be healthier. You got kids, you got grandkids. Some of you got great grandkids. Don't you want to run around with them? When they come by, you can't do nothing because you got a cane and I'm not talking about if something happened to you. I'm talking about because you didn't take care of yourself. Those kinds. There is no reason why we should not be taking. You don't want to do it for you, do it for your kids and your grandkids. Do that. Some people, no, the other day Sandy was telling me I'll always be skinny because I'm like ADHD. I can't sit down. I always got to be moving. I can't stand. I hate to sit down. I always got to stand up. I have a high metabolism. I could eat 15 cakes and don't gain a pound. Some of you just smell the cake and you gain 15 pounds. So what I'm saying, you have to know what your trigger. At this stage in your life, the older you get, is the more health issues we have. And then some of you, then you're limited in what you can do when it comes to life insurance. Life insurance is not for when you die. Life insurance, you could use it for when you're alive. You can use it to create legacies. You could use it to supplement your retirement. I'm working on a case right now for someone to supplement their retirement. You can use it for a bank, long-term care, a plethora of things. But you can't do it if your health is jacked up. And some of the things I'm talking about, not the stuff that, like cancer, you just get that, hate that, but I have 2 sisters who are breast cancer survivors. But the point I'm making here is that, but certain things, like diabetes and high blood pressure, that thing can be reversed, man. Complaining it was so cold the last few weeks. It was. I ain't going to the park. It's too cold outside. Well, drive to the mall and don't bring your pocketbook because some of y'all can't go in the mall because you're going to see Victoria's Secret, Macy's, J.C. Penney, Nordstrom's, and you're going to buy something. The only thing you take when you go at different things, but don't bring no debit cards or cash or credit card. So you can't buy nothing because some of you are not disciplined. And go to the mall and walk. You don't like the mall? Go to the gym. I hate gyms because it stinks in there. Sweaty and stinky. I walk in the mall sometimes if it's raining. But make sure you get your exercise, your steps. It's 2025. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Some of you were working odd jobs, or you work for a job for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you're doing another job now. Some of you have 401ks. Why aren't you talking to me to help you roll that over? I just did one for one of my clients. 2 weeks ago, I was in Florida and told me that they got a new job. I was very happy for them because they were very unhappy. 29 years, almost 30 years where they were working. It wasn't good for their health, their mental health and their physical health. They have a new job and they called me to do a rollover for them. I just checked the company. Their account is at zero, so the money's in the process of being transferred over here. So some of you need my help. Someone five long years. And some of you won't even take it. There's complete strangers who take my advice. Good night, Unique Love. How you doing? Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. I got your message. I'll have to follow up with you. I've been so busy. But what I'm trying to say to you guys, you have children, you have grandchildren. You know, what's your legacy like? What are you doing? Change your habits. I'm not telling you not to have fun. Have fun. You can't just work and sleep and work and sleep and die. No, have fun. But have a plan. Have a plan. What's your plan in 2025? The same thing you were doing in 2024. I'm not doing the same thing I'm doing I was doing in 2024. My changes. And I know some of them are going to fall off. And it's okay because I'm not entertaining certain things anymore. You know? And, you know, I work hard and I need to treat myself. So all my Dominican friends, by the hook or the crook, I'm coming to Dominica this year. My passport expired. I need to, it's been expired for like, what? This will be 2 years. I thought it was, and I haven't updated it. Sandy looking at me like I got two heads. So I'm in the process of doing that as well. You know, treat yourself, but make sure you protect you. The only person who can take care of the future you is the current you. Pay yourself. You pay everybody else. You pay the gas man, the woman. You pay the Amazon man, the Prime, the Netflix woman. You know, the Uber. You paying everybody, but you ain't paying yourself. Why? Everybody you paying them, dishing out money to everybody. Why aren't you paying yourself? Even at church, some people return the tithe, but you know, what about you? What about you? What's wrong with you? You hate yourself that much that you're not going to take yourself? Listen, man, in 2025, pay yourself. Pay the man, but pay yourself. Pay yourself. Listen, folks, it's a new year. You know, everybody's this new year, new me. I'm not doing this. I'm not, you know what? I have. And one of the changes, I think I wrote it down. Today, I was listening to a short podcast by the president of American Classic Agency, Mr. Anthony Stewart. He said, no is good sometimes. No. Telling people no. Some people have a list and they're going down to the list. Your name just happen to be down on that list. And they go to everybody it's okay to tell people no. As a matter of fact, I was telling a friend of mine, I don't have time to talk as much as I can anymore during the day. And this is what our president says. Between 9 a.m. and 9 spending hours on the phone talking about foolishness. Nah, I might be in a Zoom. I can text you sometimes. Learning, educating my mind, getting knowledge so I can use it to educate the masses. I don't want to be the same guy I was in 2024 and 2023. I don't want to be the same guy. I don't. And if I am, shame on me. What did I tell you guys? My business partner said me, discipline leads to habits. Habits leads to consistency. And consistency leads to growth. You're doing the same thing you were doing in 2025, in 2024, in 2025. Nah, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to invest in me and my business. They moved to Florida 4 years ago. And I was trying to help them. I was like, man, when they moved, they didn't even let me help them. It's okay. That's their right. Folks, if you don't trust me, don't ask me for help. If you don't believe in what I do and what I say, don't ask me for help. And those are the people I'm going to concentrate on. The ones who need my help, the ones who are willing to make changes. And sometimes we're not ready. We have to secure certain things at our homes, our children. If you have children, sometimes you got to help and different things like that. But remember what the challenge was last week? I'm going to tell you again what it is. In 2025, starting Saturday, you're going to save a penny. Sunday, 1 + 1 is 2. Sunday, you're going to save and at the end of the month, I'm going to tell you what to do with that money. You can do it. You start with a penny. I gotta say start with $1. I want you to start small. And throughout the the year, I'm going to increase the amounts. We want partying, trips. I saw one of my high school buddies, we played soccer together. He made a point. He says, how can you be going on trips and you don't pay your bills? He said, I pay my bills, but I'm going on a cruise in 3 weeks, he says. The point I'm trying to make here is take care of what you're supposed to take care of. But also take care of you. I haven't done the math yet, but I'm going to participate. Starting Saturday, I have a bunch of coins right here. I'm going to start with a penny. Sunday, 2 cents. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times. And you're going to start at the end of the month. There's only 28 days. It's Black History Month too. Try it and save that month. I know some of you guys save your money, but I want you to try something. I'm going to show you what you can do with the money. But you got to trust me, though. If you don't trust me, why do you watch the show? You like my hat that says Kamen? You know what I'm saying? You like my shirt that says American? Or you like my smile? Or my big mouth? Or my style? Or you think I'm pleasing to the eyes? Or you think I'm giving great knowledge? Whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. You are here watching tonight. Started the first of the month. Someone's calling me right now, one of my business partners. I'm going to tell them they're sending me. I'm inviting one of my business partners. I'm going to say, I am live now. I am live now. Laugh out loud. TWT. Folks, next week is 5 years I've been doing Tuesdays with Terrence. I'm excited. Will you join me next Tuesday for my 5-year anniversary? Just show up. Say congratulations. Say I'm proud of you. Say good job. You could come on and say, Garçon. If you're from Dominique, you say, Garçon, met la parole, ou ka parle trop. I'll translate in English. Boy, the king of speech, you talk too much. Show me that you care. Come on next Tuesday at 7 p.m. I have a bunch of people who are going to be coming and wish me the best. Some of you can do it too. So next Tuesday is a special milestone for me. 5 years of Tuesdays with Terrence. I've never missed a show. I've sacrificed birthdays, anniversaries. If my church is having a program on Tuesday nights at 7, I ain't doing it. It has to be before or after. The one show was during the George Floyd thing. June, was it 2020 or 2021? George Floyd, whatever year it was. I think it was 2020, right? I had a show where I had a black screen for an hour. But God has blessed me with health. Excuse me. Can I count on you? There are some people in the chat I know I can count on. They're there every Tuesday, egging me on, cheering me on, giving me inspiration. For those of you who do that, I thank you. There are some times I don't want to do Tuesdays with Terrence. Some of my friends will say, man, you look haggard today. You should end the show. but I still go for an hour. And there's sometimes I'm hyper. There's sometimes I have guests on. The key here is simply this, folks. Making sure that I continue to educate the masses. I'll be 95 doing Tuesdays with Terrence if Jesus hasn't come by then. As long as I can get in front of a computer and talk, I'm going to do it. That's my gift. So for all the teachers who said I talk too much, or people who say I talk too much, I get paid to talk now. And I get paid handsome. Up, you talk too much. Why don't you? You know, that's what I do, man. So tonight, Tuesdays with Terrence. I am telling you for 2025, the person you were in 2024. Let's get it. Whatever it is you want to get. You want to go back to school, get a degree, go do it. You want to earn a designation for your job, go do it. You retired, you want to start a new career, go do it. You want to get a new job, go do it. No matter what it is, you are contemplating life insurance, now is the time. Some of my clients, I've reached out to them and they're going to do some conversions. Some people are ready to start an IUL. I'm so proud of them. Listen, everybody needs living benefits, just in case. I can give you stories upon stories upon stories. But guess what? I'm not going to, because tonight, I just want you to know it's not too late. And if you have some health close for tonight. Let me see. Go to Instagram. Yeah, I can see I'm on Instagram. As I close for tonight, I want each and every one of you to remember next Tuesday, the 5th of February, I started the 4th of February, I started February 4th, 2020. Tuesdays with Terrence, using my phone. Didn't know what I was doing. I'd never done a live like that before. Never done it. I had an epiphany. Deborah Underwood, Pascal, Sandy Bardui, they encouraged me. I went. Some of my colleagues would tell me, well, you should do it this way, do it that way. I'm like, nah, I'm going to do it my way. I did it my way. It's my way. Carat. It's heavy 24 karat gold ACA classic ring VIP. Bardui, 100 grand VIP. I earned that in 2020 doing Tuesdays with Terrence, because I went online and I started educating people. Now, I do it a little differently. There's some you don't have to be a star to be on my show. You don't have to have 1 million to be on my show. Next Tuesday, 5 years of Tuesdays with Terrence. I want to see you and celebrate with me. Celebrate my Some of you in the line, I know I can count on you. So until then, it's 8 o'clock. God bless you. The show is called Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is H. Terrence Bardoui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardoui. Some people call me Little Boy. And even from the 7-6 of Dominica, Whitey Kubuli, tall as her body, you call me Luku Boy. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. You don't have to be a star to be on my show. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Good night. Next Tuesday, 5 years. Tuesdays with Terrence. Will you come and celebrate with me? I'm going to be partying with my colleagues and friends. Come on out. Let's do it. Let's get your living benefits today. Reject your heart, and I'll help you win. Are you rejected or hurt? To me, your worth much more than you put in. No, I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied. Wish some way to be on my show. You don't have to have a million family to be on my show. Folks, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a million to be on my show. But tonight, I want to thank you all for watching. Tune in next week. Celebrate 5 years of Tuesdays with Terrence. I am very busy in 2025. I'm going to be helping as many people as I can. So if you need my help, my number is scrolling here. Some of you, I may not have as much time for you for frivolousness anymore, because I am about my business on the spiritual tip, the professional tip, the personal tip, the family tip, and all my business partners who support me. God bless you individually, collectively. All of you business, I pray that your business amplifies and magnifies in 2025. Good night and God bless you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, live via Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, X. See you then. I'm out. Peace. Boom.